It has been 3 weeks since Russia updated the official death toll to its invasion in Ukraine, leaving open the question of how many of its soldiers have been killed or wounded in the chaotic opening stages of its war. In early March, the Russian Defense Ministry admitted that 498 Russian soldiers had been killed in action and 1,500 wounded, a large number after just 10 days of fighting that pointed to the danger of its attempts to take Kiev in a lightning raid. Critics said the official government numbers should be treated with skepticism. And US and Ukrainian officials have since claimed that Russia has suffered 10, 20, or 30 times as many casualties, claiming that Russian losses could rival the wars in Chechnya or Afghanistan. And amid an information vacuum in Russia, rumors have spread over the hundreds, or thousands more, who have been killed in the ensuing weeks. Advertisement, "It's almost a state secret," said a Russian military commentator who asked not to be quoted by name to discuss the issue. "We don't know exactly how many people have died at the given moment. It's better to discuss other questions." Russian news outlets continuing to operate inside the country have largely stopped reporting on the death toll from the war, as censors have forbidden any discussion that calls the conflict a war or invasion. But on Monday, the Russian tabloid Komsomolskaya Pravda, which frequently posts pro-Kremlin news reports, published a bombshell buried deep in a news story about the war. According to Russian Defense Ministry data, 9,861 Russian soldiers had been killed in action and another 16,153 had been wounded. Just minutes later, the line was gone. No other Russian news agencies reported the remarks, and it was not clear why Komsomolskaya Pravda alone would have access to that information. Screenshots and archived versions of the deleted report quickly went viral, as critics pointed to the article as evidence that the Kremlin was suffering catastrophic losses in the month-old war. The paper later claimed that its site had been hacked. Access to the administrative interface was hacked on the Komsomolskaya Pravda website, and a fake was made in this publication about the situation around the special operation in Ukraine, the website wrote. The false information was immediately deleted. With little official information, journalists have had to sift through local funeral announcements or search out morgue directors for clues as to the Russian death toll, while officials have accused anyone covering the topic of disinformation. Advertisement: "The collective West is trying to divide our society," Vladimir Putin said in a speech late last week. Speculating on military losses, the socio-economic consequences of sanctions, to provoke a civil rebellion in Russia, and is using its fifth column in order to achieve this goal, the destruction of Russia. BBC Russian on Monday published a report that said it had confirmed the deaths of 557 soldiers. That report was based on soldiers whom it could confirm by first and last name had been killed in the fighting. It remains the most authoritative account of the Russian death toll from the war. Earlier this week, Radio Free Europe/Radio Liberty, the U.S. state-funded news agency with dozens of journalists in the region, reported that Belarusian hospitals had been filled with Russian war dead after weeks of war. It quoted one employee of the Homel Regional Clinical Hospital, who said that more than 2,500 soldiers' corpses had been shipped from the Belarusian region back to Russia as of March 13. But it could not independently confirm that account.